Two stars, shining their brilliance for over a decade in the cosmos. One day, something happens, and the two stars begin collapsing in on each other, forming a new, less brilliant star. The universe is unaware of its loss. This new star is the only one aware of the two missing stars. Does the universe even care that it has lost two of its lights? And if that one star figured out a way to bring back the other two, would the universe care that it sacrificed itself? As we journey through the rift, I want to ask a new question. Why can't all three exist? A dimensional rift, a time-space rift, and a tear in the fourth wall. Well, we got some trouble going on. Felicia, are you detecting anything else coming from these anomalies?
Numerous signals detected coming from the tear in the fourth wall. Shall I display the results, Captain?
No, that won't be necessary. We've already gone over quite a bit of data revolving around these three rifts. Continue scanning and catalog anything else you find.
Affirmative, Captain. I'll continue scanning the anomalies.
Alright, with that being said, has my corrupted world from the time-space tear been fixed?
Affirmative, Captain Natanas. Your world has been restored to before the reversion in the time stream. Need I remind you that you are behind schedule with your logs for this past week? Monitoring order and jurisdiction around nearby galaxies will not be happy if you do not log more time in the Matrix. Your work is not done yet and has barely begun.
Okay, perfect. Well, I guess there's only one thing else left to do today, and that's log time in the Matrix. So, Felicia, boot up HCS 8, and let's get this show on the road.
Booting up. Sleep well, Captain.
Hello, Minecrafters and Redstoners. This is Natanis Likens, and today we are starting off down at the bottom of my mines. Partially because I was working on editing the video so I could have it out on Monday, and I realized I messed up my intro. But being that we're down here, something feels a little bit off. Felicia, did you change something?
Captain Natanas, I took the liberty of updating your Her Matrix world to 1.19. This should catch you up to the members of the Minecraft universe in terms of available content. Is this satisfactory?
Ah, okay, so that's what's going on. Yes, we have updated our world to 1.19. This is not something I really planned on doing, it's just something that kind of happened. And the reason for it was I was pretty much just experimenting, see what would happen if I actually did update my world. And it seems like a few blocks have changed because I don't remember this redstone being here or this lapis. There's more lapis over there, and there's more gold and more redstone. I've already been down here mining out. I was getting a whole bunch of deep slate for today's projects. So yeah, I'm gonna be down here for a little while, moving around and looking for stuff and seeing what I can find. I would love to find a copper vein, but in the meantime, let's go back to the actual footage that I had planned. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, hold up, before we go on to that. So I did a live stream the other day, and we went around looking for some stuff that is part of 119. We found it, and then, yeah, let's go back in time real quick and show you some other footage. Okay. So I know what you're wondering. Why are we at the Ender Ender? Well, during the live stream, we did find everything we were looking for in 119. And then we decided that we were going to try and build a mob farm. Yeah, it's still a work in progress. It's not actually working right now. I got to work on that a little bit more. But during that time, while I was working on it, trying to get it all good and make sure everything's working and all that, uh, we had an accident. Yeah. So about the only things that survived were my boots. These survived. The elytra luckily survived. My fortune shovel, my silk touch shovel, and then it's over here, and my fortune axe. So I had to make a new bow. I had to make a new sword. I had to make a new fortune pickaxe, a new silk touch pickaxe, a new hoe, and a new silk touch axe, and a new helmet. And that's what we're here for now. Is we got to make some we got to make some pants. So I've got a few levels, and we're just gonna go ahead and throw this together. Well, luckily that figures, doesn't it? Go to record, and your anvil breaks. All right, so we got our pants back finally, but it just dawned on me we're still missing one tool. I need another fortune pickaxe. I usually carry two. So yeah, we'll get on with that, and then I'll meet back up with you guys. And we got some harvesting to do. We got things that I want to build, and now that I've gotten my whole world updated to 119, I would like to have a lot more mangrove wood. We'll get back over to my base, and I will show you the collection that I have so far. So hang tight. Uh, we'll get right back over there. Actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and do this live. We'll go ahead and walk over here. Actually, let's fly a little bit because this is a little bit of a distance, and pop over into my base. And I'll show you pretty much what I managed to get in the live stream the other day, because we were looking for mangroves and we were looking for frogs. I did find some goats, but unfortunately I didn't have anything on me to help me get a horn. So still something we are going to be after at some point. Would love to have a horn, though alone in a single player world, there's nobody that's going to respond to the horn. So let me pop on through here. Okay, so we're back over here in my base area, and I've got a new chest, a new barrel up here, and as you can see, we have some propagals, however you say that, a few leaves, we have some roots, and then we got some of the new mangrove wood blocks. I did add on to our build palette here, and we've got the mangrove over here. Let's see if I can actually get over here. So we got the new mangrove here alongside the warp and the crimson, and again I am using a texture pack to make the crimson actually crimson, because I don't like that pinkish purple color. But this, we're gonna have to get a little bit more of this, because I think with the build palette we're going to use for the tree farm, I think this is actually going to work quite well. No, that's... do I have any? Actually, I don't remember what I have over there. I have a whole setup for what we're going to be using to build, but I think that these are going to look pretty nice together. We're going to grab some red there, down here, and one of these. I really think this is going to be a nice little palette. We need a new spot. We're going to go over here. So, the mangrove, I'm thinking one of these may work. And then that should go in there as well. And I didn't grab one. I meant to grab one. I'm doing this live. So, bear with me. Yeah, I definitely think this could work for our farmhouse build. Farmhouse? Our sawmill build that's going to go around the tree farms. So I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time collecting some more mangrove wood, and we may actually use all of these, now that I think about it. And let's add one more, because I actually, thinking about it, this mangrove wood is probably going to look perfect for this. Actually, let's grab two more. Because I want to strip one and then have one normal with this build palette. So we'll do that. Grab an axe. Yeah, that should work fairly well. I think that's actually going to be a great color palette. Yeah, so we're going to do that. This is going to be the palette that we use for the sawmill. So let me get to it and collect all the mangrove wood that we're going to need for it. It's going to be a lot of grinding. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're over here back behind the sheep farm, the wool farm, and the tree farm. And we are currently harvesting up a bunch of mangrove. Now, if you've spent any time harvesting these, you already know what I'm going to say. This is the most painful tree to harvest. Like this, considering the variety of shapes and sizes these come in, and then you have to clear out all these leaves because these leaves take forever to decay. They're not like some of the others that decay in a few minutes. These, and depending on the size, like look at this. Like it takes a while for them to decay. And the other problem is, unlike some of the other trees, it's a little bit trickier to figure out where exactly the wood is. See, like right here, that one was completely hidden in the leaves, and this one was completely hidden in the leaves. So yeah, this is going to take a little bit longer than I thought, and that can't be helped. I don't think it needs to be changed. Don't quote me on that, saying that a change needs to happen. These are brand new. I love them. They look great, but oh my gosh, Mojang, what have you done? This is the most painful tree to harvest out of all of them. But let me get back to harvesting these. It's all I really wanted to say about them. And we'll get on with the time lapse at some point of building up the sawmill around the tree farm at some point. Oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. And I don't even have a full 3 stacks yet. Ugh. The grind is real, people. The grind is real. so I've collected some resources. We've got a little bit of stuff to play with, but before I get going on this time lapse, we're going to come over here and kind of walk through my thought process on how we're going to decorate this. Now, with any build, you want to start off with some kind of base palette. And I've kind of got some blocks together, and what we're going to do here is we're going to try and raise this up to the roof line and go from there. And one of the things I want to do is have this kind of look like it's a little run down, the colors kind of fade a little bit. So with that, we're going to come in here and do a few different things. And I'm going to show you one of the tricks that I use based on what somebody else had described about doing. So for starters, we're going to come in here. We're just going to throw a few blocks down and just kind of make like a little bit of a pattern. You don't want to do an exact pattern. You just want to do something that makes it look like there's blocks everywhere. If I can get up here. We probably need to go a little bit higher than that. I kind of want the ground level to look like, it's worn, it's near the ground, it's near where all the rain has been hitting, so it's kind of worn out. And I think we're going to make that the top line, like right below that block. So we're just going to add a few blocks here and there, and just kind of build this up a little bit. Let's see, right about here should be fine. Let's do that there. We're going to come right here, do that, and do that. Okay, so we got kind of started on this, and I didn't leave me a way up there, so hang on. Always leave yourself a way up, and I didn't bring any scaffolding blocks. So we got that. Now we're going to come in here with this granite, and one of the things I'm going to do with this granite is kind of start the color change. And it's close enough to the regular terracotta that it looks similar in color, but it's also kind of similar to the red terracotta. So we're just going to drop a couple of blocks down like that. And now begins the original color of what this wall should look like. And something I kind of skipped over, we're going to talk about right now, is coming up with rules when you're building. So one of the rules I was thinking about doing with this is on each vertical area, I don't want the red and the regular terracotta to touch. And I don't want more than like one or two granites in certain places. Like right here, we're probably going to do two. Maybe here we'll do two. We're just going to leave that one as one. Leave those as one. Maybe do two there. And possibly two there. And maybe two there. We'll just go ahead and do that. So we got kind of a rule established. We got like two, a bunch of regular terracotta, and now we're going to come in here and just paint it, just paint the rest of this red. Just red terracotta everywhere, all the way up to our roof line, which is going to be about there, and then we need to come here. And the reason that we are doing it this way is because, again, the rain has come through and washed out the color closest to the ground. It's kind of the look that we're going for here. Now I know I don't have the roof fully extended, but let's step over here, take a look. And yeah, that's kind of what we're going for. We got two similar shapes there that was completely on accident. But yeah, that's kind of my thought process, and that's how we are going to do uh, the entire build, just kind of following this simple little rule of thumb here, where we have like a little bit of granite mixed in to make it look like the paint's kind of worn off, it's cracked a little bit, and then the regular terracotta, the paint's completely gone. And the idea is in certain spots, the the rain has not touched. It hasn't messed with the paint. And the closer to the ground level we are, the more paint has stripped away. Let me go over here and sleep real quick. I actually moved the bed over here next to all of our blocks that we're going to be using to build this. All right, so without further ado, let's get this going. So grab a drink, grab a snack, let's crank up the tunes, and get this time lapse running. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. You may have noticed that the roof line changed while I was actually making it. Let's talk about that for a second because I still got to do a little bit of work on this. I think we're going to be done with this project for this episode, and I'll come back to it and try and finish it up. But as you can tell, we've got this big circular build up here on top. Now, originally the idea was I was going to have a smokestack here. I think I've changed my mind about that. I don't think it fit in too well with the sawmill kind of theme we're going for. So I'm going to do something else. And then we got this portion over here that is part of the warp wood farm, a section that we kind of had to make because of issues that we were having with it. Now, all of this means that I had to change up the original plan for how I was going to do the roof line. That's why we got a sudden change mid time lapse to how this is actually put together. I've completely forgot about bringing down the blocks, specifically the stone, down to this layer so that I knew where this top portion of the roof was going to be. And that's the only reason this is so tall, is because I really wanted to get this smokestack in, and I didn't want to have a sloping roof into it, which meant that it messed up quite a few things that I was planning on doing, such as this portion here. I still gotta fix that. We got some awkward things going on, like right here. This should probably continue and go into that corner, and this should come out a little bit, but that means this whole roof line here needs to change. And then we got other problems over here that I'm gonna have to figure out, and that is like we go from, down here at this layer over here, we go from this height all the way up to that height, which means that this is going to have to kind of stagger a little bit. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that right this second, and I just realized that this is all wrong right here. Um, yeah, we're probably going to have to keep it like that. Yeah, we'll probably just keep it like that. That's not correct, which means all of this is not correct. Oh well. Things like that happen. You work on something and something doesn't go exactly right. Like you misplace something and then realize it later. But yeah, so continuing on with this. So eventually what I'd like to have up here is kind of a loft section that has big windows, and I want to put a landing pad up here because I quite often end up flying over here anyway. So I might as well put a landing pad there, and that will allow me to walk down in here. And we're not going to go in there just yet. We're going to go over here to this entrance because I have done a little bit of decorating on the inside. Don't worry, I'm not done. I've still got a lot more to do to make this look good. We have not brought any mangrove wood in here yet, and I think that's what's going to be the floor. I think it's the perfect shade to complement the wall textures, and it also looks a little bit dirty, like things have been cut in here and wood saw chips everywhere. Yeah, you get the kind of idea. I got to work on that, get a lot more mangrove wood in here and do that. But yeah, we got a ceiling in here. It's a little bit low in spots, but I kind of had to do that because I'm trying my best to hide some of the redstone involved in all this. So if we come over here and go up top, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I really wanted all this redstone back here hidden. I didn't want you to be able to see it from inside the build. And it is kind of hidden. We do want the chests visible so you can access them. And then all this it should be hidden. That's why we got doorways in certain places so that you don't walk in there. You kind of get the illusion of how it looks. And the tree farm itself, I'm not really sure. Hopefully this still works because we are right up against this wall. The sheep farm is very, very close. I built these a little too close together. And originally I was planning on putting a doorway here, but as I was building it, I realized that that wasn't going to be possible because it would just look awkward, and these are not properly spaced out like they should have been. I kind of messed that up when I originally did the floor plan for this. I still need to come in here and replace these stones. And back here, we don't have a ceiling in just yet. I'm facing a little bit of an issue here, and that is with the wood layer. I wanted all this to be the exact same so that it's all one layer that you can walk through and everything. And this kind of wasted space that we got here. Not much I can do about that. Mostly because of the height. I wanted to keep the height the exact same all the way through the build. And if we come over here, you'll see that this is in fact the top of the main storage room. And it's just, it's a work in progress. I didn't really plan out this portion of it. This was just kind of like, hey, I need to put a ceiling in so that we can hide some of the ugliness of the build. So I did that. And then this section, like I was continuing on that theme, and I ran into quite a few different issues back here. First off, the warped uh, mushroom farm. I originally continued this wall all the way across and then realized that I broke that redstone line there. So I can't put a block right there, and I wish I had uh, what is it called? My mind's blank. Oh, it's really dark over here. Hang on 1 second. 1 second. Oh, oh, can't do that. I'm not used to it. Okay, so uh, a spyglass. Yeah, that's it, a spyglass. So you could actually see that I had to remove that one deep slate tile in order for that to continue its signal around. This warp farm is actually just like the tulip farm. It actually is backwards. I need to rewire that so it works properly. But we get over here, and this is where the issue comes in. I've got this redstone tower here to trigger that TNT duper, and yeah, it's kind of in the way of the roof line or the ceiling line over here. So as of right now, I'm not sure what to do about that. Uh, I may I may cut it off over here and have the ceiling maybe come this way and just end right here. But as of right now, I don't really know what to do because I can't change this at all. That's got to be the way it is. Um, So yeah, that's just probably going to sit there, and I do need to clean up some blocks. But the whole idea of some of this is that you're not going to see it. Like the main entrance that you should be walking through is the one over here. I do need to clean up my shulker monster. We're going to call it that. But yeah, this is the main entrance here. This is the one that everybody should use when they walk in here. Uh, the, you'll see why once I start actually working on paths and everything, which is probably what I'm planning for the next episode. We'll probably do paths everywhere so that you know where you're walking, you know the directions of how to get to different things. And that is going to actually be the start of our wharf, our dock wharf for boats. And you'll notice that I have done a lot of terraforming in between clips and in between the two episodes. Let's get rid of that creeper. I don't want him there. But yeah, so this is probably going to be the next project we work on. We still got a little bit of terraforming to do. I need to continue raising all this section up, round, probably to the back side. Oh, hi. Goodbye. But yeah, probably to the back section here. I'm thinking down, really? Okay, I don't know how I managed to hit him. Okay, so they're gone. Yeah, somewhere back here is where the terrain is going to drop back down to being normal. I haven't quite decided exactly where yet. That is in the back of my mind that it's something we are going to do, but the whole area up here being built up is supposed to be like a dock for boats and everything, and that's probably, what we'll get up to in the next episode. So I really hope you enjoyed. And if you really did enjoy it, please hit that like button. And if you absolutely loved it, like you think I smashed it and everything, hit that subscribe button, please. It's something I really.
Nutanas Lycans wake up.
Oh, why'd you pull me out so early, Felicia?
Captain, a new rift has appeared. Your presence is needed on the bridge. This new rift is far larger than the previous 3 and shares qualities of all 3 types. This larger rift seems to have spread across multiple universes within the Minecraft verse as a whole. New signals detected, multiple incursions detected. Nutanas get to the bridge
I'm
now.
coming. What's going on?
Captain, incursion detected. Multiple fractures detected.
Come on.
Universe collapse detected. Fourth wall broken. Detecting a
Earth.
tear in the reality of all Minecraft universes. Hermitcraft unstable, Empires unstable, Psycraft unstable, dimensional incursion detected throughout the entire Minecraft verse. The Nexus is loose, repeat, the Nexus is loose in Minecraft. Wardens detected in all universes. Skulk has been detected throughout all of Minecraft. The Minecraft verse is under attack.